Yeah, you're exactly how I like my man. You're my type. You're my type. Okay, what's up then, baby? What the fuck is medium ugly? Like, when I post your picture in the group chat, I'm gonna have to fight for my life, but you have a face that's more attractive as people get to know you. Wait, so do you think I'm ugly? If we break up, yeah, but I like you right now, so it's...
I'm ace, so you'll have to forgive me if this isn't the most accurate use of the term, but, that shit right there, that shit makes me horny as fuck.
You can't remove the boom no more. Ain't putting it on your windshield. Try taking that off.
Watch me. That, my friends, is an alternative to putting a boot on your car called a barnacle, just to make sure that you can't drive anywhere with the car. It's held onto your windshield with really strong suction cups. And there are 3 options that you have to remove it. The first option that came to my mind was safe light repair, safe light replace. What you're gonna do is shatter your fucking windshield using a little piece of porcelain that you can get off of a broken spark plug. It should look something like this.
Oh shit. I guess it's not fake.
So now that the window is shattered, it'll compromise the suction of the barnacle and you'll be able to just peel it off, and then you call some companies like Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace. Then they'll fix it just through your insurance, so it's basically free. Option number 2, which I saw from another creator earlier today, is to turn on your windshield defroster on full heat. You're gonna let that run for about 15-20 minutes. Eventually, the air molecules underneath the suction cups will heat up and start to expand. Then you can use a butter knife or a credit card or your ID to slip underneath one of the corners, and then you can peel it right off. The last option is to let the enemy win and pay whatever fine or missing installment that caused them to put it on in the first place. Stay strong and follow me if you grew up without a dad.
Hi, I've been taking walks for like an hour every day, and on this walk I have been thinking too much. I've come to the conclusion that while I think all languages are equally good, they do have their strengths and weaknesses. For example, I think that the English words for amphibians are better than the Spanish words for amphibians. Like the English word for a wet dude that hops is frog. That's perfect. The Spanish word for that dude is rana, which is good, but it's not frog, you know? The English word for a dry dude that hops is toad, which, like, that's exactly what that is. In Spanish, it's sapo, which has just never really, like, hit with me. Salamander, salamandra, that's a wash. But newt, timeless, you know? Evokes my boy Isaac with the apple, the dude from the Maze Runner, great. Spanish is triton, which is King Neptune's son from SpongeBob. However, I think Spanish has English way beat on bugs. In English, grasshopper. Okay, that's what he does. In Spanish, saltamontes, which directly translates to jumps mountains. Huge escalation, very dramatic, I love it. In English, cockroach. Frankly, gross. In Spanish, cucaracha. That's a bar, there's a whole song about it. In English, beetle. Honestly, a good word. I like that word, I think it sounds a lot like what it is. But in Spanish, escarabajo. Who is she? That's fierce. She's shouting out old school etymology, bringing in that scarab to that escarabajo, very classy. Now, on reptiles and mammals, I think that English and Spanish basically break even, but for different reasons. Reptiles, I think it's a toss-up because all the words are the same. Turtle, tortuga, snake, serpiente, etc. Mammals, I think it's even because there's highs and lows on both sides. In English, pig, excellent, short and sweet, to the point. In Spanish, it's cerdo, which is whatever. In English, sloth, biblical, but rude. In Spanish, perezoso, funkier word, and also directly translates to lazy, which has a less sinful connotation, less of a direct call-out. Bear and oso, both pretty neutral. But the place where English and Spanish both excel is birds. Duck. Amazing. I want that to be mine. Pato, star of the hit Spanish language television series Pocoyo, also amazing. Roadrunner, very direct, always loved it. Corre caminos translates to runs paths, equally direct, perfect. Magpie, cute name that hides the evil underneath, very deceptive, very clever. Urraca, outwardly evil name, very bold, very this is who I am. Best of the best, Potu, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. In Spanish, pájaro bruja, which translates to witch bird. You right.
Things you forgot to take home with you after the Harry Styles concert. Feathers, shoes, more shoes, hats, cheap sunglasses, your phone, aggressive signs, a hot dog costume, please, God, why?
Oh, you're non-binary? What do you identify as? An attack helicopter? Yes. Specifically the 𝗧𝗶𝗸𝗧cie 𝗓𝗡, the most powerful attack helicopter in the world, aka the King Stallion. Your move.
First thing I'm going to take out might surprise you. It's an onion. I'd always carry an onion because I love them. I don't think people mind if you smell of onion. It's not bad breath. It's just onion breath. And sometimes people say, Christ, you smell of onion. And I say, yeah.
Get up. It's time to do farm chores. Good morning. Good morning. It's too early for it today, Wookie. Damn, it's hot out here. My fingernails sweating. Come on. Trip me up again, and I'm gonna turn your ass into bacon bits. Winston, sit. Winston, sit. Good boy. You wanna meet my babies? This is Dallas. I was performing in Dallas, and they were all born the morning I left. I will beat your ass. Pedro, I think. Yeah, I think it's got a tallywhacker. And Buck, I think. No, this one's Dallas. She ain't got no tallywhacker. No, Pearl, do not get in that damn hay. This is not the Winter Olympics. Get off the damn barn. Shit is hot. Y'all stink. Keep on. When your ass is a little damn chick nugget, I don't want to hear it. You won't even make it to damn Chick-fil-A, honey. I'll take you to McDonald's. I hate it here.
Tell me something a job has taught you that you will never ever forget, no matter what.
These sugar cookies are the best cookies ever. Come here. I would know that because we had these sugar cookies every time that we were at work and we had a pizza party, you know, instead of an actual raise. However, these sugar cookies are really good, and growing up, we all loved them. But now apparently people are saying that they're not good because they all taste like flour and they're dry. Well, that's because they changed the recipe from when we were growing up to right now. The company just never made it public, but they changed it. The original recipe had sour cream in the cookies. That's why they were moist. That's why they tasted better. And as president of the Fast Food Secrets Club, I will tell you guys what the recipe is. 2 1/4 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of butter. It has to be softened and room temperature. 1 cup of sugar, 1 egg, a 1/4 cup of room temperature sour cream, and 1 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, try that, add some buttercream frosting on top of it, and I promise you it will not be dry and it will taste nostalgic.
I'm going to use this fridge to help even the simplest cunts understand how fat loss works. And unlike your typical cunt personal trainer, I'm not going to just tell you the solution is tape the fucking thing closed. Take this fridge as a representation of your body. As you eat your food throughout the day, your breakfast, your lunch, dinner, and a few snacks, because we're normal human beings around here, eventually your fridge is going to end up full, or you're going to end up having reached your calorie requirements. This is where the freezer comes into play. If you eat less than your fridge or your fucking body requires, it's going to take it from your body's freezer, aka your fat stores, to help give your body the energy it requires for the rest of the fucking day. This also works vice versa. If you eat too many calories, they're going to be stored as fat. This is why the cunts that say carbohydrates are bad or you can't eat certain foods doesn't make sense. Just because a food has carbohydrates in it doesn't mean your body automatically gets it and fucks it into the freezer. So to the cunts that are always talking about insulin, please do me a favor, fuck off, and when you're done fucking off, fuck off again. There's not a single food on this planet that we can't fucking eat. If you want to learn how to lose fat without having to tape your fucking fridge closed, make sure you drop me a follow.
Oh no! I feel bad for Biden because people forget. They asked Biden to run early, and at first he said no. right? Early on, they asked him, and I'm quoting him. He was like, "Do you know how old I am? Do you know what I remember? No, I'm not gonna write." And then he won. The dude wins. And then everybody, anchors, pundits, us, everyone was like, "This motherfucker old as hell." It's like, he's like, "That's what I said." This dude got gaslit into being president. And we have let him down every single day of his presidency. And by that, I mean we have let him fall every single day of his presidency. This man has fallen 5 times on camera, which means he falls every day. All right? You cannot convince me otherwise. If you do something in front of me 5 times on camera, that's what you do. All right? If somebody smoked crack in front of me 5 times on camera, I'd be like, "That's crackhead right there." And he'll miss a day. All right?
Let's make some padsicles. If you couldn't tell, I'm gonna be having a baby soon. These were a lifesaver for my last pregnancy, or postpartum, I should say. I also like getting the longer ones. They're like overnight, so they're thicker, and they have the wings. So what I'm gonna do is go open them up, set them down, line them up. We got sous chef Sean here helping out. Actually, when I ran out after my first baby, he made me new ones. So he's gonna, so it's a little memory jogger for both of us. 2 ingredients. Aloe vera. You want to go with the most like natural aloe vera you could find. I actually used aloe from the plant last time, like from the physical plant that I had, but I've also made it for my sister-in-law and a couple other friends. And anyways, just want to load it on up. This is what we're working with today.
Here, it's my expertise.
And then witch hazel, alcohol-free. Okay, make sure it says alcohol-free witch hazel. Some people also add lavender. I hate lavender, so I will not be doing that. And just kind of rub it in. This takes like less than 5 minutes, and your lady bits will thank you. Should you be one of the girlies that, you know, doesn't have the best postpartum, which I think is most of us. And then you fold it back up. Fold it in, and we're gonna put them in a bag. I'm starting off with about 10. And what I do when I use them is I open it up and then I put like some tucks on top of it, so that way it's just not like ice going under my coochie. And then I put it in the, like on my underwear, on top of a normal pad or whatever. And it just feels so like the ice packs. I also use those ice packs that you like break open. And those are great, but sometimes they feel like a brick. So this is like a little bit calmer version. Something ice, fresh, fun. Into the freezer it goes. My husband just took them all out of the bag so he could write me a little motivational message on each one. We love a supportive husband.
As a sub, I'm really into colonization. Like, I almost wish I was there when my home country was being colonized.
Huh? I watched the whole video and... What? Listen, I get attraction to a specific kind of person, but the fuck? Strong, dominant men. No, that's not what colonization is. Have you seen Christopher Columbus? Huh? Is this your man's? Is this what you want?
Oh my god, 𝗩𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗂𝘀 is such a daddy!
I don't feel like I need to remind y'all that, like, colonization was, like, bad. Like, they hung a lot of people. Don't get me started on the indigenous people of the United States and Canada. That was a travesty. You know, like, racism? Do you? I want a strong, dominant man who will call me a slur. I'm just astounded. I know all of us got issues, but god damn!
This is cute. What was that? You like trinkets and doohickeys? Well, I don't know about trinkets, but yeah, I can do some hickeys if you want.